one of South Africa's top fashion designers. Now, we've got the perfect outfit, it seems. What about the perfect hairstyle? Let's take the weight off your shoulders, it would seem. Hair expert Betito Ben-Ebengo here with us to talk about the hottest hair trends for this year's Durban July. Betito, you and I are going to talk in a moment. First of all, let me just introduce some lovely ladies who've decided to join us and show us how to actually do this. This is free hair advice. I'm going to introduce to you Susan, Millicent, and also Nompumelelo. Thank you so much for all of you coming in this morning to show us how we're going to do this. And Betito, as you can tell, I am the most stylish person on ENCA. The shoes need a polish, the socks don't really match. So you're going to have to take me through an idiot's guide as to how you decide what hair goes with what outfit. The theme is, it's time. Good morning. How do you manage this?
Thank you very much for this opportunity to explain to people about the hair, because I can see outside there a lot of people are getting a lot of different challenges, especially in the winter time. Because I can see some people got a receding hairline, so they can't plait their hair, so it's really a big challenge. But I think in this time of this season, it's better to have those type of protecting style that can protect the hair, especially cold. And then, but there is a lot of things coming with like type of challenges. But you must know that the winter, it's sucking the moisture out of the hair, you see. So, and this time, then people need to prevent to leave the hair like open. I know people love movements of the hair. People want their hair to look beautiful, but they need to do the type of style that can protect their hair. So that's why you can see I got the model. You can see them. They got braid, they got less wig. You can see here we got a natural hair, because we decided with a natural hair, I'm going to start with a model of natural hair, because we decided to go back to our original form. Remember, it's African, something come from Africa. Our parents, they used to have those kinky hairstyle. They used to use something like lemon to dye their hair. So that's when you can see, as African American and Africans, we decided to go back to our original, like to keep our hair natural, to have natural curls. So for people who have natural curl, there's a lot of challenge, obviously. So, but the only way to maintain it, you don't have to go to sleep just like, I know some people, they sleep like they have daydreams.
So that's natural hair that you're looking at, Nompumelelo, as well. Let's talk a little bit about the wig side of things. And I think this is why it's so clever the way you've done this, because people watching at home are going to say, well, this is great, Betito, but I don't have my natural hair on the day. Let's talk to, is it Susan, with the wig. Take us through how you handle the wig on the day of Durban July, bearing in mind it could be windy.
Yeah, especially for people who are coming from Joburg, from Cape Town, those who are going to Durban July. They must know that there's a humid. I love Durban because it's not really cold. I love it when I get there. I got my T-shirt, so I can walk around. It's very nice. But you must know that they have to use antifreeze, because you need to control. You don't need that your weave or your hair to be freeze.
Right.
That's why you can see for hair. What I decided to use antifreeze glossing pollution like for oral hairs, so to make the hair to have a little bit of movement. And what I know they're going to enjoy regarding the dress, because it's not hot there, so it's hot there, it's not cold there, so it's easy for them to have those type of dress that are having a movement.
How do you adapt? And we're going to talk about the braids in a moment with Millicent, but let's just talk about the wig very quickly. Because it's not natural hair, I imagine you've got to try and manipulate this depending on the weather conditions. So we're talking about the Durban July. Obviously, it could be cold, and you're saying you're using antifreeze on that. What happens if it's hot? Last minute panic. How does Betito now handle that? What do you do?
But what I'm going to advise them for people who are going to at night there, when they get there, the first thing, they have to take it off and keep it in the safe place. And number one, and they have to moisturize their scalp. Because when you're wearing a wig, you must know that under there it's your hair. So you need to moisturize your scalp, and you put a doek. Because while you are sleeping, and the scalp is going to release the heat, and then it's going to allow the hair to absorb the moisture, so they can have a healthy hair. But in the morning, it's easy. Put your wig on and take antifreeze. You put a little bit on your hair and use a brush from the top to the back, because some people just use the brush here, they don't care about the back. That's why you can see the hand, you're going to see the weaves freezing.
So it's when you need a friend or a mirror.
When it's cold, you must know Durban is a little bit complicated when it comes about the weather. Don't put a lot of antifreeze, just put a little bit from Durban.
And now we turn our attention to Millicent, only because you're closer to me. We've seen some wonderful braid designs over the years. A lot of women, and even men, are coming out with braids, but they're matching their outfits or they're matching the theme. If I bring you back to the theme for this year, it's time. What's the free advice you're giving to someone who wants to wear braids on the day? There must be something theme-based that you have for us.
Anyway, as you must know, that's why I love it, because look at the difference between Durban. People are staying Durban, people are staying Joburg. You see that they got a lot of hair compared to people of staying Joburg, because of the weather is not the same. That's number one. And number two, when people are coming from here going to Durban, you must know the changing of weather, it can affect the hair. So when you know that you are going to Durban and you're going to have a singles, please, before you plait your braid, please treat your scalp. Use hair mask, like Oris hair mask. You use as a treatment, and then you put your cap, the plastic cap, under the dryer for 20-15 minutes, and you rinse it off. Then you can do your braid. But if you don't treat, just wash and put your braid, and going down there, there's no protection on the hair. So you need to protect your hair.
I'd like to spend the last sort of minute and a half, 2 minutes on this, Petito. We've spoken about the fashion. We've spoken about the hair now. Let's just quickly go around the room. And if you're wearing a wig, for example, as Susan is, and it's slightly shorter, what is the outfit you'd recommend with a shorter sort of wig outfit as far as an outfit is concerned?
Yeah, especially the length of the weave, it depends on the dress as well, and the neck of the neck of the client or the neck of the model. Because when you are short, please don't try to be shorter to put a lot of complicated stuff, because when you are short, you're going to look more short. And you have to look at also your face shape, which is very important. But the dress, it can go, when you are short, you must know what type of dress I'm putting, especially regarding the weather. So you need to know when it's going to be cold, what can you put on, short one or long one.
Okay, and then in 20 seconds, I'm going to ask you about braids with Millicent and Nompumelelo as well. For braids, what's the kind of outfit you'd recommend?
Yeah, for braid, I love braid people to look a little bit like tomboy. And then, because I don't like people when they're going to event, they look too serious. So these days, this generation, when you go to the event, we need to look a little bit fashionable. We need to look a little bit what we call in French, très bien, donc très top quoi. Il faut quelque chose là, it's beyond imagination.
I was going to say exactly the same thing. Obviously, I was. And it's off. Just end off quickly with lovely Nompumelelo over there. They're going for their natural hair. What are you recommending for the outfit in 20-30 seconds?
For natural people, what they have to do is be sure that when they're going down there, they must twist their hair, they make it ready. When they go down, they can try to undo that side. Because I'm not going to recommend them to undo it this side because of the weather. Because when they get there, it's going to be hot and cold, they don't know. So it's better when they go down there, they can undo their hair and they use the proper aftercare. So they can moisturize it according to the weather that they're going to find in Durban. So, and that is why they can maintain it.
I really appreciate your time coming in. I was going to ask you to give me some hair advice, but this will take the entire show, and you've only got half an hour left. So, Petito, thank you very much indeed. Hair expert Petito Ben Ebengo joining us with Susan, Millicent and Nompumelelo. If you're going to Durban July, you've got the fashion, you've got the hair, and we now got your weather.